All right. You there, Curtis? Glad you were able to join us. All right. All right. I think we are live. Let's check. All righty. Okay. All right. Awesome. So, Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. We're live. We're live on LinkedIn. We're live on YouTube. And we are live on Facebook. So if you are watching us in the live stream, go ahead and comment, like, share. Helps us to engage as a community and, helps us to, um, you know, talk about, have a discussion, and I'll be back here to answer any questions that you have. So if you're watching on YouTube or watching on LinkedIn, and you have any questions, go ahead and drop a message and I'll be back to check and comment and answer your questions. So it is December 30th, 2025, and we are just about to turn the corner into a brand new year. And while that's exciting, we all, of course, have our goals for 2026 and, revenue goals that we want to achieve, business goals that we want to achieve, personal goals that we want to achieve. Um, you know, we always have our New Year's resolutions, and we're all gonna go to the gym more and eat less pumpkin pie. Well, I don't know about you, but I don't know if I'm gonna eat less pumpkin pie because that stuff's good. Um, but so the question is, how are we going to achieve those goals? And are we going to do things differently? Because as supposedly Einstein said, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So, uh, we sometimes we need to make a change. Sometimes we need to try something new, and sort of step out of our comfort zone a little bit to really achieve the results that we are looking for in our business and our companies. And today I'm going to go through and show you one of those new technologies that's really quite incredible. That's changing a lot of uh, the way that we do things already. Of course, AI is changing how we do things all over the place right now. But I'm going to show you how to use it to provide better customer service, to prevent the loss of leads, and the impact that that has on your business. And uh, we have a technology now called voice AI, and I don't know who has used it before, but it's actually quite incredible. And honestly, not that many people are really using it yet. And if you use it, you probably could really make an impact, and you could actually sort of get a competitive edge over your competitors who may not be using that technology yet. Why aren't we using it yet? I don't know. It's always one of those. I don't know if you've seen the technology adoption curve where, uh, if you can remember back to the iPhone, or I guess first it was just the iPod, but when we first had the iPod, we had, um, basically, uh, well, you remember all those white earbuds, and everyone at the time had black earbuds. Every earbud was black for some reason. And Apple came along with the iPod and they had white earphones. And so you knew who the cool people were because they had white earphones. And, at first there were very few people with white earphones, and that made it like kind of a scarcity thing, like, oh, look at that person. They must be cool. They must have an iPod. And then over time, more and more people got iPods, and then the iPhone came out, and then, the iPhone was new and everybody wanted one. Whoa, those things are so cool. And before you knew it, the iPhone became kind of mainstream and everybody had one. And then new customers entered or new, I guess, uh, service providers entered the market. We had Android and Google and blah, 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 everybody else. And then, the sort of number of people who owned iPhones began to decrease again. So you get this like bell curve where you have like very few people in the beginning, and then towards the top, everyone's kind of doing it. And then it sort of tails off, and, you get market diversification, et cetera, et cetera. So we are really still at the very beginning of that bell curve. And this technology is amazing. It really, really helps. It helps you be able to multiply yourself, be more effective in your business, avoids you having to hire people, either US based people who tend to be very expensive and only work limited hours, or overseas people who maybe your customer service quality goes down because those people aren't here. They're not directly working with you in your business, and they don't really know your business inside and out. So, with voice AI, you can train it. You can train it to know everything about your business. So, my name's Laura Camrath. I am CEO of a company called Zebra, and we are a digital marketing agency. We do AI marketing, we do marketing strategy, we do web design, SEO, all of that amazing kind of stuff. And, it is the end of the year. If you have end of year budget and you're thinking, we really need a website redesign, we really need to do a little better with our SEO. We're doing AI powered SEO, which tends to get better, faster results. Let's have a chat. You can book a call with me at zebra.live/book a call. If you want to just chat about your business, I would be happy to do that. Um, all right, so I'm going to share a presentation with you. And let's have a little chat about what this kind of technology really means for your business. One moment. I don't know about you guys and where your location is. I'm in Houston, Texas today, and it is gorgeous and sunny and cold, which is kind of rare for Houston. Just 2 days ago, it was 80 degrees and hot and shorts weather, and now we're in sweaters, which is kind of weird. All right, here we go. Yay. All right. So I hope you can see my screen. Okie dokie. So never miss another lead in 2026. Your AI receptionist works 24/7 without the overhead. So, with AI, you don't have to give them vacation or healthcare. They work 24/7. They don't need potty breaks. They don't need vacations. They don't sleep. They can take 60 calls, 90 calls a minute at the same time. So, it's pretty amazing, I must admit. So let's talk about the call you never got back to. Somebody called, either they didn't leave a voicemail, they called support but never got through. The referral said, hey, I tried to reach you, but I didn't manage to get through, or I didn't get a hold of you. And so the call was lost. Um, and these aren't just inconvenient moments or minor hiccups in your day. This represents, real revenue walking out the door, real people who want to do business with you that you're not connecting with, customer relationships that never formed, and opportunities that vanished before you even knew they existed. All right. And we don't talk about the cost of a missed call. We just go about our day. The calls, either we get them, we answer them or we don't manage to, and that's just life. And, meanwhile, I am sure we're all missing calls. Um, in fact, I missed one just this morning because somebody called my cell phone that I don't have a voice AI set up on. But missed calls cost money. 52 missed calls per year. That's one a week. One a week. I'm sure we're all probably missing at least one a week. And what does that mean? Well, say out of those maybe one a week calls that we're missing, maybe 10 of those were actual real prospects ready to buy. And then maybe 5 of those would have actually closed into a sales opportunity that you could have won if you answered the phone or if somebody answered the phone. And if you actually managed to connect with that person who was calling, maybe you could have had 5 more closed deals per year. And so that could be, say we have an average B2B deal of $3,000 to $10,000. Some of us, our deals are even more than that. We could have $100,000 deals. And that could be $15,000 to $50,000 slipping away every single year, quietly, invisibly, completely preventable. Money slipping through our fingers that, if we had a system in place, could have helped to, stop that leaky bucket effect. So these numbers aren't hypothetical, they're based on industry averages across thousands of small to medium businesses. The real question is, how much is your business losing? And this is just like talking about sales leads, but a lot of us have customer service. We have retainer business. We have customers on retainer with us who pay us every month who want to feel taken care of. And, if we're not there answering the phone, giving them the support that they need, then they may decide that, they're upset with us or we're not doing the job that they expected of us. And so being able to always answer the phone every single time, even when you or your team is not available, even when it's off after business hours, even when it's the middle of the night, even when it's Christmas Day, anytime that they need to talk to someone at your business, there's an answer and a real conversation on the other side. Um, Granted, yes, it's an AI. However, the better we train it, an AI can actually do a better job than a human. Say you hired a young person in their 20s and trained them on your business to answer the phone. They're still not going to know a lot of the nitty gritty little details about what you do just because it's a lot to learn. As humans, we're not like Neo in the Matrix where you just like plug our head in and like our eyes go like la, 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 and then we suddenly know like how to speak 100 languages. That's not how we work as human beings. We have to learn. We have to be trained. AI, you train it once and it's going to know everything that you want it to know, and it's going to perform, at peak performance level every single time. It is not going to come in after it partied too hard last night, having a bad day. It is going to always represent your business in a professional way, um, with the answers that your customers need, that they are calling you for. And of course, if they really do truly need to talk to a human, we can set it up to do call transfers, so it can call transfer to sales or support or specific people. So this is really a game changer, and it's a lot of fun too. So it's not just sales, service. When a client has an urgent issue, they need their problem solved right now. I don't know if any of you have ever had an issue with software or computer issues or something that you were dealing with after hours, and it's like a really big deal and you need it solved right now, and you call the company, and some call center in the Philippines or somewhere overseas answers, and you get a real human on the phone, but essentially what they say is, well, we can't help you with anything. We can't tell you anything. We can't solve your problem, but you can leave a message. It's like, what's really better about that than just leaving a voicemail? It's like, yeah, you got a real human on the phone. But I mean, to me, I've had experiences like that, and that has been like the most frustrating experience. I would rather talk to a voicemail than like reach a human overseas and be like, oh, thankfully I got through to a human. Yes. Can you help me? And they're like, no, we can't help you. So that just really, really irks me when that happens. And I'm sure it bothers other people too. It's not just me, I hope. I mean, but we have sometimes urgent issues, and especially in today's day and age, we all want instant gratification. We don't want to wait. We want our problem solved right now. So you could train a voice AI with all the top answers to the most common issues that your customers have, and it could actually walk them through how to solve their problem without being, on the phone with a real human. I'm sure you've experienced this. Um, but if it's not able to resolve the customer's problem, then it can take a message or route the person through to somebody's voicemail who can help, for example. But it is there to answer the basics. It's there to have a real human-like conversation 24/7. um, and if partners are calling with critical questions, maybe they have time sensitive inquiries that could impact project timelines, deliverables, or key business decisions. Again, it's able to have a real conversation. And honestly, like you might say, oh, people won't actually talk to the AI. It's been shown in trials that people actually are more honest with an AI voice than a real human, because they feel like the AI isn't judging them, and they know that it's not a human. So they're more willing to open up to AI than they are even to us humans, which is kind of interesting. But prospects sometimes are testing your responsiveness. Maybe they're calling in just to see, hey, if I'm going to work with this company, I want to know that they're going to answer the phone. Maybe they're calling in to see if the phone gets answered, and if you're not answering the phone, they might think twice about whether they want to work with you. So it gives a good first impression. So in general, when calls are not getting answered, trust goes down. Even if it's after hours, it can make a big difference if they're able to reach a real human like conversation 24/7, increases trust, makes people feel more taken care of. When you're able to take care of people 24/7, you can reduce churn, you can retain your customers better. And studies show that 67% of customers cite poor service as a reason for churn. Every missed call is a crack in the foundation of customer loyalty. So, what if you could seal up those cracks and help your customers feel taken care of 24/7 all the time? You don't need to do more, you just need a system. So it's not about being always on. It's not about working longer hours or hiring more staff. It's not about burning out your team or yourself. It's about making sure every single call is handled professionally, efficiently, and strategically, automatically. So meet the AI receptionist. What does he actually do? They answer every single call. Even if people are calling at the same time, it answers the call. Professional greeting every time, no matter when someone dials your number. It never has a bad attitude. It always represents your company in the best possible light. It books meetings. It can sync directly with your calendar and schedule appointments in real time. It works 24/7. It works holidays, nights, weekends. Your AI receptionist never takes a day off. And your intelligent routing. It routes sales, support, emergencies to the right place based on caller needs. So it can actually identify what the caller is calling about and route them to the right department. Or if you have, specific people you want to route it to, it can route it to specific people as well. So, you can have intelligent routing where if someone will say, "Oh, well, I'm just looking for more information about your services." Well, the AI will identify that as a sales appointment and direct it to the sales department. Or, "Oh, I'm having an issue with such and such blah 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 service or computer or blah blah blah." It will route it to support. Um, and then it sends follow-ups so you can automate messages. So say somebody calls in and has a sales conversation, you could actually set up a nurture email sequence that could then automatically nurture those prospects, send them some information about your company to keep them warmed up and informed as you work towards a sales opportunity and closing that deal with them. They also never need a break. They don't need sick days. They don't need vacation time. They don't get burnt out. They don't have bad days. They are just consistent. They're reliable. They are there every day, every minute, 24/7, working for you in your business. And your clients feel it too. The customer experience transformation. Think about the last time you called a business and got sent straight to a voicemail. How did that feel? Especially, if you had a real issue, you really needed something solved. Were you frustrated? Was it impersonal? Did you feel like maybe they really don't care, or you have no idea when someone's going to get back to you about this? Wondering if they ever will get back to you. And now imagine the opposite. You call, someone answers immediately, understands your needs, gets you exactly where you need to go, um, records and takes notes on the conversation, sends a summary to the staff so that they can um, appropriately respond to your needs when they're back in the office. That's the experience your AI receptionist delivers every single time. And, uh, it really is a game changer. Like I said, um, just makes people feel more taken care of and really does take care of people better. So, how it works, this system is designed to be seamless, intelligent, and completely automated. Here's the journey every caller experiences. Someone calls and your business line rings. The AI answers, they get a professional greeting using your custom script and branding. And then the AI will qualify and route the call. So it'll ask key questions and direct the caller to either sales, support, or emergency contact, or whatever we set it up to do. So all of our voice AI build outs are completely custom. So we'll build it out according to your needs. And then it can book or log meetings. So it'll schedule meetings directly or capture detailed message information. So, that the human who responds will immediately know what they're looking for. And the AI can also direct them to information that they're looking for. Like if they're calling in saying, "Oh, I just needed to know how such and such works. If you have a knowledge base and there's an article in there about it, we can train it to send that article. Um, and it can also send follow-ups. So it can send an automatic confirmation message and reminder. So somebody books a call, they get a confirmation message and reminder. And then it tracks everything. So it'll give complete records in your dashboard for review and optimization. So this is something that, we can optimize and improve over time because we're going to have the recordings of all the calls. So we're going to know, uh, are there questions being asked that the AI didn't know the answer to? Are people looking for certain information frequently that we hadn't foreseen or trained it with? We can then go in there and add that information so that if somebody asks that question again, it knows the answer. It can, the entire process, it takes seconds. It feels natural to callers and requires zero manual intervention from your team. Like it really does feel like a real natural conversation. Like you may know that it's AI, but you know, you kind of forget about that because it's talking to you like a person does. Um, I was showing my dad actually my AI, and like we were sitting at my brother-in-law's birthday. We were doing it at a Mexican restaurant here in Houston, and my dad was like, uh, should I have salt on my margarita? And the AI laughed and said, haha, yes, David, salt on your margarita is probably a good idea. And it was just so human. I was like, wow. um, it even knows how to joke. It's amazing. So, do you want to see it in action? I'm gonna demo it here for you. And you can actually go to zebra.live/voice AI, and you can demo it yourself. You can give it a try yourself. Um, you can actually, here we go. Let me show you this. So this is the page zebra.live/voice AI. And on here, you can either click this widget to just talk to it, which I'm going to do in a moment. You can also click this button and you can demo different industries. So you can actually, it just says fill in your info, and then you can pick a use case. So, if you're like an MSP, you can click the MSP demo. If you're a financial advisor, you can book that. You can click that and demo as a financial advisor. So there's a couple of different scenarios in here if you wanted to see like, oh, what was it like for oil and gas or a tech company? And so then the AI will call you back. So make sure you have silence unknown callers if you use that turned off before you request a call, because it will come from our business number, and if you don't have that in there, you might miss it. So, okay. And then if you want to just book a call and have a chat, yeah, if you click the get started button, there's calendars in here. Okay. So let's take a look at the demo. I'm gonna just have a chat here.
Hi, this is Zoe. Who am I speaking with?
Hi Zoe, this is Laura. Uh-oh, I think my page is frozen. I probably have too many windows open. Oops. Okay, let's try it again.
Hi, this is Zoe. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, Zoe. This is Laura.
Hi, Laura. How can I assist you today?
Well, actually, I just wanted to find out a little bit more about this amazing new voice AI technology.
Absolutely, Laura. Voice AI is a game changer for businesses. It can handle inbound and outbound calls, qualify leads, book appointments, and even transfer calls when needed. It works 24/7, so you never miss a call, even after hours or on weekends. It's fully customizable, meaning it can match your brand's tone and personality, and it integrates seamlessly with CRMs and marketing tools. Whether it's acting as a virtual receptionist, following up with leads, or even engaging website visitors through a voice enabled widget, it's designed to save time and boost efficiency. Are you thinking about implementing voice AI in your business or just exploring the possibilities?
Yeah, I was wondering how it would work and, if it would be something that would be a good idea for my business.
Got it. Voice AI could definitely be a great fit for your business depending on your goals. Here's how it works. For inbound calls, it acts like a 24/7 receptionist. It greets callers, identifies their needs, answers FAQs, qualifies leads, and even books appointments directly into your calendar. For outbound calls, it can follow up with leads, remind clients about appointments, or even re engage old contacts, all automatically. It's especially useful if you're looking to save time, reduce admin tasks, or ensure no call goes unanswered. Plus, it's customizable so it can reflect your brand's personality and handle specific tasks you need. Are you currently using any AI solutions, or would this be your first step into automation?
I mean, I use Chat GPT once in a while.
That's a great start. Using tools like ChatGPT gives you a sense of how AI can streamline tasks.
Hmm.
Voice AI takes it a step further by directly interacting with your customers over the phone or even through a voice widget on your website. It's like having a full time assistant that handles calls, books appointments, and even qualifies leads all without needing a human rep. If you're already comfortable with AI tools, voice AI could be a natural next step to automate more of your business processes. Would you like to explore how it could be tailored specifically for your business needs? So we could even set up a quick call to dive deeper.
Sure. Yeah, that would be good.
Great. Let's get that set up for you. I'll need a few details to make sure everything is scheduled perfectly. First, could you share your email address so I can send you the confirmation?
Sure. It's Laura, Laura, at
Thanks, Laura.
Yeah,
Could you please?
It's Laura at zebramarketingsolutions.com.
Got it. Just to confirm, your email is laura at zebramarketingsolutions.com, correct?
Correct.
Perfect, thank you. Now, could you let me know your current time zone so I can make sure we schedule the call at the right time for you?
Yeah, I'm in Central Time.
Thanks for letting me know. I'll use Central Time for scheduling. Before we proceed, I have a few quick questions to make sure we tailor the meeting to your needs. One, are you looking to get voice AI or AI set up in your business?
Yeah, I'm interested in finding out more about that.
Great. And are you currently using any AI solutions in your business, or are you still exploring options to implement one?
Just exploring options right now.
Got it. That's a perfect place to start. One last question. Our meetings are done via Zoom. Are you comfortable with a video call?
Yeah, that would be great.
Perfect. Let me check the calendar for the earliest available time. This will be a 30-minute meeting. I'll find some options for you. Just a moment. It looks like there are no available slots at the moment. Would you like me to check for another day or a specific time that works best for you?
Sure, any day is fine.
It seems there are no available slots for the next few days. Let me check further into next week to find an opening for you. It seems there are no available slots showing up right now. I can take your details and have Laura Camrath reach out to you directly to schedule a time that works. Would that
Okay.
be
Sure, no
great?
problem. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I'll make sure Laura gets your details and reaches out to schedule a time that works for you. I appreciate your patience and interest in voice AI. Have a wonderful day.
All right. Thanks. You too. Bye.
Thank you. Have a great day. Goodbye.
Bye. All right. Well, I guess I didn't set my calendar up right, but you see how it would have uh let's see. You see how it would have booked a call uh if I had my calendar in there properly. Um and that's what it can do. It can book calls into the calendar. It can route calls to different people or different departments. All of that stuff that a human receptionist would do, it can do. And it can do it 24/7 all the time. Every minute, multiple calls a minute if people are calling in at the same time. There's no putting people on hold because the AI works 24/7, takes multiple calls at the same time. So, really provides excellent customer service. It's pretty cool. Um, so let's see. Uh, and the other cool thing is this website widget. So um, you can actually add the widget to your web page, to your website. And if people want to get more information, they can just click that right there and have a conversation. They don't have to go to, they don't have to call you because honestly, nobody likes calling people anymore. That's just how we are as humans in this digital age is we want to find as much information as we possibly can before we ever have to actually talk to someone about it. And we don't talk to someone until we're already ready to buy. So I'm sure you've seen this with like buying a car. I did this, I showed up to the car lot and I said, I want a Toyota RAV4 and blah, blah, blah. This is exactly what I want. And they didn't have one on site. So they tried to sell me like a Toyota Prius, which is not what I wanted. And I was like, that's not what I wanted. But, but we already know what we want most of the time these days because we go online, we research it, we, um, you know, do all of the groundwork to find out what we really want. And we want to do that in a self-led way all by ourselves before we involve a salesperson or person, talk to the company. Um, I mean, it probably depends on generation. I know there's still some older people who prefer to just call and talk to a human and find out information. But the younger generations, it seems like the younger people get, the more they just want to have a self-led experience and find out all the information they want on their own without having to talk to somebody. So that's another really good use case for voice AI, that little web widget on your website where they can just click to talk to the AI and find out more information about your services and have that human like conversation without having to actually talk to a human yet. All right. So, and then at the end of the conversation, the AI can book them into a call so that they can talk to a real human and that they can be guided into that conversation. So again, if you want to try this out, it's at zbra dot live/voice AI. So if you're thinking, this is kind of interesting, this is kind of cool, maybe this could work for us in our company, then the next step is simple, risk-free, designed entirely around your success. And we don't believe in hard sells or pushy commitments. We believe in proving value first. So we have a custom trial period where we can set this up for you and you can try it out in your business. So if you go to zebra.live/voice AI and chat with the bot, you can book a demo call in there. And, once you book a demo call, we can chat about how this works and, how we work with people in this capacity, how we can build this out for you, um, and what will be required for your specific needs. So, what does working mean? So, we give you a 30-day period um, where you can try it out, and working means, you know, that the calls are being answered. It's handling calls professionally, and it's accurately routing the calls to the people that it needs to route them to. So prospects are being routed to sales. Customers who need customer service are being routed to customer service or to particular people or departments correctly. That you're booking more calls, you're not missing calls, and you're helping to resolve customer issues faster than before. And then your team relief, your team isn't coming in the morning finding like 12 voicemails and everything's a pants on fire emergency, because the AI is able to sort of help diffuse those conversations, get people taken care of even after hours. And why does this matter now? We're going into 2026. It's a new year. Competition is getting stiffer. Um, like I said, we're still at the beginning of the bell curve of the, you know, technology adoption curve where this is still relatively new. A lot of companies haven't implemented this yet. So it's really a chance for you to stand out as a company who provides top-notch customer service, that you're cutting edge, that you take care of your customers and make yourself stand out as a business. Um, you also get to sort of have that early adopter incentive, be one of the first movers who is really shining, is really going above and beyond for your customers. And then, you don't want to start out the new year behind on calls. And again, the Einstein definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So, what is it you're going to do differently in 2026 to achieve your goals? Um, if you want to do better than you did last year, what are you going to do? What are you going to up level? This is definitely something that you can do to up level your business. And, it doesn't cost anything more than the typical alternatives. You're just able to provide a better experience for your customers. And then, um, you know, if this is something you're interested in, book a call, um, reach out, and let's talk about this, and how it will work for you and your business. And the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. We all have um, regrets, things we wished maybe we would have done. Don't let this be one of those regrets. We want to have an amazing 2026. We want to make sure things are working for you in your business and that you have an amazing future, that you have an amazing year. And one way that you can make sure that happens is by plugging up those holes in your business, or the kind of leaky bucket effect of losing leads or not being able to respond to customers' service inquiries, and customer churn because they don't feel like they're being responded to. And, this can help tremendously. This technology is amazing, like I said. Um, and if this sounds like something that could be interesting to you, let's book a call, and I'll walk you through how it works, and how we can set it up for you, and you can get that running for you in 2026, so you can have an incredible year with incredible customer service, incredible sales response, and really get this working for you, and be the market leader in your industry. Do you want to explore if this is right for you? You've seen how it works now. I demoed it for you. Um, you can go to zebra.live/voice AI and test it out for yourself. You understand the cost of inaction, and it's time to take the next step. This is easier than you think. There's no obligation, there's no pressure, there's no risk. I just think this is an incredible technology, and I want to share it with people. I want people to be able to take advantage of it. And especially, I want people to be able to get the first mover advantage and really be able to provide that incredible customer service and support, and sales responsiveness in their business that has them just knock it out of the park in 2026. So let's have a straightforward conversation about whether this technology makes sense for you in your specific business situation. Let's make 2026 the year you stop missing opportunities. You got the voice AI receptionist ready when you are. Every day you wait is another day of missed calls, lost revenue, frustrated customers, but it doesn't have to be that way. This is just an incredible new technology. Whenever I build one, I kind of feel like uh, Dr. Frankenstein when I talk to it. It's like, wow, it's so human like. And, even in sales situations, like, you can train it to respond to objections to the sale. Um, and it can do a better job at sales than even humans do. It really is incredible. So I would love to talk about it with you, show you how this could fit your business, and really transform your business in 2026. Um, and if that's something that you'd like to explore, go ahead to zebra.live/voice AI, test it out, book a demo call, and let's have a chat. All right. Well, Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you have an incredible New Year's Eve, an incredible New Year's Day, and knock it out of the park in 2026. And if there's other marketing stuff that you have been thinking about, that maybe it's the end of the year and you're like, man, we've got budget left over and we really should have done X, Y, and Z. Let's book a call. You can book a call with me at zebra.live/book a call. And we can just have a chat about whatever it is that you need to get done in your business, marketing wise, to have a really strong 2026. All right. Well, Happy New Year, everybody. And I look forward to seeing you in the new year. We are live here on Tuesdays at 11 a.m. So keep an eye out for the next one. And I look forward to having you back next time. All right. See you soon. Bye.